be about speeding. I know. You think I'm going to sound like your dad or your grandpa, and I am. My daughter is 24 years old, started telling me that I was an old man at every birthday about the time she was 13 or 14 years old. I'd get a birthday come around and she'd say, "Hey, old man." And I started to go gray in my 30s, so it sort of fit. Today, I'm going to sound like an old man because I want to talk to you about speeding. So our government has something called the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration, and among other things, they keep track of statistics about automobile accidents, what causes them, where they're happening, and how they're happening. In 2019, the last year for which data was available when I looked at the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration's website, revealed that 26% of all traffic fatalities involved speeding as a contributing factor. That means 1 out of every 4 people, actually more than 1 out of every 4 people who were killed in an automobile accident died as a result of some party speeding, either themselves, the driver of the vehicle they were a passenger in, or another motorist on the roadway. Sometimes we think of what we're doing in a car as unique to us, but by speeding, you're putting every other driver on the roadway, including that young mom or that sweet little grandma who's just trying to get to the grocery store, at risk. Roads are designed with particular speeds in mind. So when you speed, you're not only putting yourself at risk, but you're putting all of the other motorists on the roadway at risk as well. You're ignoring what may be thousands of hours of engineering efforts and construction efforts to make a roadway handle a certain speed. So please, drive appropriately for the conditions. That may mean you even need to go below the speed limit. Roads get slick with rain, snow, and other weather conditions. It's important to slow down. The law here in California Vehicle Code Section 22350, requires that drivers travel at a safe speed for condition. That may be below the speed limit. Nearly 10,000 people died in 2019 simply due to speeding. I did a little calculation recently about the average distance people were traveling for the holidays, and I compared the average roadway speed that people went to the speed limit. And on a trip of several hours, speeding usually made a difference of about 15 minutes. This was on a journey approaching 300 miles, which was the average trip distance for this holiday period that I was looking at. So a 300-mile journey, if you're like me and you have kids still at home, is probably going to take you 5 to 7 hours. On that 300-mile journey, if you're 15 minutes later, but you did it safely and you arrived alive, it was a good decision. So please, pay attention to your speed on the roadway, not just for yourself, but for everyone else. If you've been involved in an accident, whether it's because the other driver was speeding or for any other reason, give us a call here at Arthofer Tonkin. We'd like to talk to you today about your accident, and our consultations are free.